Guys, we're going back to 50s and 60s America today with the new FMS Chevrolet Apache. A new 1/18 scale 6x6. FMS absolutely leading the way at the moment with the hard body small scale stuff, 100%, and more so because most of their stuff is licensed. Just a small selection of some of the stuff they do. That was the last 6x6 that came out. This isn't everything they do. I got a bit of work going on at the moment, so a lot of my stuff's all packed away over there, so I can't show you the full selection. But this should show you that they do some really nice trucks. The Hilux, one of my favourites, along with the K10. I put wheels off of the HBX Devastator on it. I think it looks awesome. It's like a little mud truck. Anyway, let's get this Apache out the box. FMS, always well packaged. No chance of anything breaking with this stuff. Their standard transmitter, all the functions you need on there, steering dual rate, throttle dual rate, trim. You can adjust, I think that's adjust the ESC settings. I've never really looked at that. And then your channel 3 there, and then there's a channel 4 there. I'm not sure if this has got a 2-speed gearbox or anything, but we'll have a look in a minute. Looks like the rear bumper, charger and wheel wrench. Oh, and then the truck. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm not really into the 50s style of truck, but I know there are plenty of people out there that are into this. Although I'm not into this style of truck, you must admit it has been made really, really well. Nice chrome mirrors there, this side detailing, front grille, emblem, lights, bumpers. Unfortunately, my rear bumpers obviously had a little bit of a knock and the paint's flaked off it, so hopefully I'll be able to touch that up, I'm sure. Flaky paint aside, it does look good, doesn't it? So the doors don't open on this, but it has got a nice interior in there. There's your load bed. The bonnet or hood does open, but it's quite stiff. In there is a 380 milliamp hour 2-cell LiPo, and then you got your 3-wire servo and your electronics in there. Underneath we've got fixed axles, 3 of them obviously for 6-wheel drive, motor and gearbox in there, plastic drive shafts, plastic links, standard gearbox in there, so it's not 2-speed or anything. Friction dampers, generally on these ones they're not too bad. Pretty sure you can get an oil upgrade now for them. I think I might have seen it. Lights should work, we'll check them in a minute. Also got some rear lights on there as well. And overall, a very nice looking truck. So we'll charge the battery, I will find a driver, and we'll go give it a run. I love the curved window. I've done a good job of that. A little bit distorted there, but it does look good. Just so you get an idea of size, there it is next to their 6x6 Jeep. Same wheelbase, just a little bit bigger, as it probably should be, because I'm pretty sure these things were quite big. So I'd guess that's about right, or maybe a bit big, I don't know. You'll tell me in the comments, I am sure. There we go. Driver of the day is Daphne from Scooby-Doo. She fits in there pretty well. I did have to do a little bit of modification to her legs. I don't want to show that on camera. I don't want to get demonetized. But anyway, there we go. Battery charged, lights on. Now, unfortunately, let's start with the bad news. Yeah, I don't like indicators. I wish they wouldn't do it. It just means that you can't drive, you can't turn the steering wheel at all without the lights flicking on. I'm going to try and disconnect them before we take it for a run, because that takes that scale look away, because that's not what happens when you're driving normally. Thankfully, with the lights switched all the way off, you can disable them, but as soon as you switch the lights on, they're on again. So I don't know if you can see it on camera, but first mode for the lights, press it again, they go a little bit brighter, and then another press, then it leaves the hazards on. And then something else I'd like to see, the rear lights only come on when you reverse. There's no indicators on there, and yeah, they only come on reverse. So I'd like to see them on all the time. So rear lights on all the time, front lights on all the time, and then just either don't have indicators or have them on a switch. I've read the instructions, and these switches are for the ESC, so I've put number 4 up there because that gives you a 50% drag brake. I think if you put 3 and 4 up, 75% drag brake, and both down is no drag brake. And then I think 1 and 2, that's forward brake reverse, or just forward and reverse. I got it set to forward brake and then reverse, and I've got a 50% drag brake. Really nice low speed modulation, really nice. And a really nice steering angle. It was the dual rate set quite low when it came out of the box, but there's your full steering angle, nice. Right, Daphne, should we go for a run? So unfortunately, you can't disconnect, well, you can disconnect the hazards or the indicators, turn signals. It knocks out one of the headlights, unfortunately, so going to keep them on flashing because that should stop them from annoying me. Anyway, let's give this thing a run. Come on, Daphne. So I love the low down control of the FMSs. Definitely got some good modulation. Be nice to see some oil shocks popping up on these in the future, and like I've said, they're sorting them lights out so they're a little bit more scale. Be really nice to have the rear lights on all the time. Anyway, nice looking truck. Looks good driving along this terrain. That's full throttle, so it's got a little bit of speed. It's kind of walking speed. Daphne looks good in there, doesn't she? She fits pretty much perfect. I couldn't tell you what size she is though. Got a load of figures that I use and I just kind of go with it and find one out of my selection. And she was the one today. Although we're not on any real kind of technical crawling course or anything here, these things do actually perform really well. This has got to be one of the oldest scale bodies, isn't it? I can't think of any other manufacturers that are doing kind of 50s stuff. Maybe I've missed something, but this is certainly an old one. Like I said, not really my thing, but I'm sure there'll be some of you out there who will absolutely love this. See how well it can climb. It's a bit slippery here, but 6-wheel drive, should be able to do it. Oh, easy. Really easy. Wow. I don't know if you've watched my MN models, that Jeep Cherokee. That couldn't get up there at all. This thing cruised up there. Wow, that is impressive. What do you reckon to this then? Definitely one for the scale guys out there. Get them lights sorted, try and get some oil shocks on it. This thing be a really good scale crawler or trail truck.